Welcome to Austin, Texas, and DKR, home of the Texas Longhorns. As we'll see, the number 17 team in the country, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on the 23rd ranked team in the land, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. On the ground, it's Stokes. Oh, he's got some space. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
You just create big plays in the running game like this. This makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field, what a big gain for the offense.
Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. The margin for error is so small in this conference. It's really imperative to get off to a good start in Big Ten play.
Especially, Reese, since you're adding so much talent now to this conference. But yeah, year in and year out, you know the mainstays in this conference, but there's always some surprises. And I'll be interested to see how everybody starts off this season. Listen, this is your first opportunity, Palmer, in conference play, in a major conference, obviously in the Big Ten, to make your first statement.
And it's going to be taxing all season long for these players. Physically, obviously, and you expect that in the Big Ten Conference. But now adding all those West Coast teams, these guys are going to be flying back and forth across the country a lot this year. They have to get off to a fast start today. That's what makes this game so critical.
This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on 4th down. He's got it in more than enough for a 1st down. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it up to 14. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Let's it fly. And that one is right on target if his target was the first row.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing out of bounds.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Here's the handoff. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. And the Longhorns come to the line in the hurry up. Calls his own number. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Texas!
And coaches always talk about starting fast and taking that opening drive and really setting the tone for the football game, and that is exactly what they did, and they finish it with a good brand of physicality, running the football, ending the drive, and getting off to the 6-0 start.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Out of the gun, the inside give. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about handing that puppy out.
They'll run play action. Here comes the heat. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. You can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
Already down a score early. The last thing you want to do on your first drive is give it right back to them, so they'll go for it on fourth down. Finds his tight end. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's fourth down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical bend.
From the gun, the running back has it. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Looking to fire. Bringing the heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
How about that? That's already the 3rd target this guy's had on the opening drive of the game. He is a big factor for their success throwing the football. He's got to win the matchups. Even though that one goes incomplete, they got to keep throwing him the ball.
Horns up and ready to hook him. Serious noise on 3rd down in DKR. Fakes to grab. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Unloads to the right. He's got it. Brings him down at the 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a 1st down for this offense. We talk a lot about Michigan building its offense around the running game, but they've always had an effective quarterback who can make plays down the field.
And I think some people hear effective, Reese, and take that as an insult, right? Like, I don't want to hear about my quarterback being effective. I want him to be explosive. I want him to be dynamic. But Michigan doesn't really have those guys most of the time at that quarterback spot. But when they find those good ones, they have great seasons.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Now the connection takes it to the 11. And the Wolverines are in the hurry-up. Looking to throw on 1st down. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid cut.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes.
Just plowing ahead. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan. The extra point here would tie the game.
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Wants to go up top. Fires to the big fella. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket breaking down. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God into this defense because this 3 and out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to...
Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown, Wolverine. They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Going right to work up top. That's caught. It's Darnold. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. The Longhorns racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. They'll go to the air on 2nd and short. Gets it out quickly. He stopped at the 45 after picking up 10 yards and the first down.
And when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receiver's got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
And the Longhorns will have it 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Throws to the wideout. How about a little rhythm that you can tap your toe to on that throw and catch for the first down? Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Over the middle. It's Darnold. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. The Longhorns trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. The defense calls the timeout. Their 2nd of the day as they try to get their act together. They use those back-to-back explosives to set them up 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the 2nd. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. To throw for it on 3rd and goal. Rushes on him. Blasted as he lets it go. Touchdown, Longhorns! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Interesting matchup this week in the Big 12 today. In fact, they're all interesting this season. Baylor has the lead right now, but even though we've heard sick 'em a bunch, this has been a nip-and-tuck affair inside McLean Stadium. They're up by 7 over Oregon. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this Big 12 Clash of the Titans. Guys?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And the defense makes a play. Finally, this is a lot of offense early in this football game, a lot of scoring. Need more of this from the defense. Getting to the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, and then when you get him down, you get him behind.
Breaks into the open. The 20. Past the 10. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And no chance at return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job in the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge game? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Open field on the right. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32.
That's the one danger defensively when you want to play zone coverage, because you leave a lot of windows and pockets out on the field. And if the offensive quarterback find one, they could hurt you. You saw it right there on the crossing.
And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. He's got it down the middle. Oh, that move is going to leave them dizzy. The Longhorns want to move quickly.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them, because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first.
Turning it on. Got some room, entered the goal line. And he'll run into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback, because you add my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short, and he did the rest of the work.
Extra point here will tie the game. And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish things off with a 21-yard touchdown pass. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. The returner will field it and bring it back. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. Listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
They'll give it to the back. Runs through the tackle. Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31. DKR heating up and trying to make third down impossible here. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
I got to be honest, guys. I know there are a lot of people out there with this field position that would say punt the football, but based on the success they've had early in this game with 3 touchdowns already, playing with confidence, I think I'd just go for it.
So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. Trying to get behind the defense. Pulls it in on the right.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. Fourth down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
The Wolverines are on the move. Looking downfield on first down. He's got the back in the middle. They make the stop, but the sweet throwing catch is plenty to give them a first down.
Man, a great job by the QB, finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
And the Wolverines getting set on first and 10. They'll go to the ground. Finds just enough room to pick up a couple down to the 26. The Wolverines will hustle to the line. Gonna swing it on second down. Fires to the wideout. It's caught downfield. Makes the grab. Defense right there, and they are set up at the 14. They'll throw it from the red zone. Makes the grab. They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be first and goal from the 1. Trying to power it in. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
I think one of the keys to this defense's success all season has been how good they've been stopping the run. They're a top 10 unit when it comes to rushing defense, and it's helped them out this year down in the red zone.
Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Caught in the backfield. It's Robinson. And he was dying to push his way in there, but he's knocked down at the 3. Third and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. This defense backed up, goal to go, and the crowd's giving them some juice. And the third down pass is incomplete.
You have to understand at home, it's really hard for a head coach to kick a field goal at this juncture after such a long drive. So many first downs. You've gotten right down to the doorstep. Fourth down, you want to be able to pay this thing off and punctuate this drive with a touchdown.
Finds him out of the backfield. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down?
Great coverage on that fourth down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
Trying to buy a little room with that shotgun run, and they were lucky to get it back up to the 3. Throws for the tight end. Just flying through the air like a superhero. set the chains and wind the clock. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. From the 17-yard line, it's 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Makes the grab. It's Darnold. They've done a really good job creating the matchups they want out of the spot.
Yeah, dude, get that guy matched up on a linebacker. That guy matched up on a safety. Keep him away from the corners by putting him in the slot. Get him the football. Let him make plays.
Well, this offense has come out slinging the bill. They are throwing it. They're trying to be aggressive. We're only in the second quarter, guys. Already, this guy has over 200 yards passing.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Gonna let it fly. Snags it inside the 20. Just what they were looking for. A huge explosive play. They're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. And the Longhorns moving quickly to the line. From the red zone, looking for a man. Wants it all. And he's got it. Touchdown, Longhorns!
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And the extra point makes it a 28-21 score. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. He'll start this drive firing. Oh, what a play! It's intercepted. Looking for...
And I like the aggressiveness. I understand you're down, right before the half. You want to go get some points, but you can't turn the football over here. Now you've set the other team up in a position to maybe get more points as the first half's winding down.
So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. Got his man. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Got 5 wideouts spread across the field on 2nd and 5. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical. And early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Quarterback making checks. From the gun on 3rd down. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
This offense has already converted once on 4th down. Can they do it again? They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
Yeah, and he calls his own number, tries to go get the 1st down, but he just couldn't get to it. Nice job by the defense, locking in, not letting him get that extra couple yards that he needed to get the big 1st down.
He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Unloads to the wideout. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Got room on the return. Touchdown, Texas! And what a turn of events as this defense gets the pick 6.
And that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas. Try to make this a 2-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's going to try to return this one. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the catch. It's Moss. He goes out of bounds. They'll mark him right at the 30-yard line. That's the kind of play that can give a drive momentum. Wants to go up top on first down. Throws to the wideout. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half.
That's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
Power football with the run. Makes it past the marker. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. The Longhorns will line up to kick off and start the second half. Here he comes with the return. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. So here comes the Michigan offense. They got a lot done through the air in the first, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, relying on hitting some explosive plays to win.
He's going to throw deep right side, and that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
I love the defensive mentality coming out here early in the third quarter. They've got the lead. They know the offense is going to be aggressive and start taking shots. A really nice play call that time, and an even better job in the back in the secondary being ready for it. It just feels, guys, in this game like the defense is staying one step ahead.
And the Wolverines want to crank the tempo.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lanes, those holes to break off a nice run, get a first down. And here's the thing, you better reload quick because they're right back on the line to call another play.
Might as well give it to him again. He has the first and still on his feet. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
But right away after picking up the first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. When you're starting like that now, what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me throw pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
Fires to the wideout. Can't make the catch, and it'll be third down. He had that thing and just lost his concentration.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions, giving up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on fourth down, trailing by double figures. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive. Gets the return down to the 25-yard line, and a big turnover called by this defense. So you come out of the locker room for the second half, and right away, you throw a pick.
Bad news, too, because you go into the locker room and you sort of regroup, and You start thinking about how you're going to attack this defense, what adjustments you're going to make. You feel like you got a good plan running out of the locker room, and then to throw a pick right away, man, that is a gut punch.
Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Gets it past the marker. There he goes to the right. At the 20. Touchdown, Longhorn! He found some open space and turned on the Jets. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
This offense looked unstoppable in the first half, lighting up the scoreboard, and it doesn't look much different here in the second half. They take their first drive in the third quarter, march down the field and score. There's no end in sight for these guys.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, you can make a good case. This is the game of the week in the Big 12. Baylor is trailing right now, but it's only a couple of points. That quarterback just needs to show the poise of a young Robert Griffin III, and they are right back in this. They're trailing by just 4 to Oregon. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes from Big 12 country, you'll hear about it here.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
Now the play fake. Fires to the middle. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he's had 0 rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back